Today I'm going to be ranking the greatest Benson crash outs in regular show from worst to best. Whether that's a crazy crash out, him being a really good boss, a good friend, an immaculate drummer, whatever it is, I'm going to be taking a look at all of them and putting them in order from worst to best for you all. And if you like content just like this, please make sure to like and subscribe. And as a little added bonus, at 20,000 subscribers, I'm going to be cosplaying as Benson and drinking the Mississippi Queen, and you don't want to miss it. Also, I have a Discord down in the description, a place to hang out, talk about cartoons, give me ideas, whatever you really want to do there. So yeah, let's rank stuff about Benson.
You guys forgot the most important thing about writing a catchy song.
And coming in at number 23 from the episode This Is My Jam is when Benson shows up when they're fighting Summertime Lovin' to save the day with his awesome drumming skills. Because one of my favorite things about early regular show, especially with Benson, is that he was usually portrayed as a semi-villain. When you get older, you completely understand why he's reacting like this. But for the most part, you just see Mordecai and Rigby being some really cool dudes, and then you have Benson being the oppressor. But just randomly, you would get little hints that Benson is actually a badass, that he's actually really cool, and this was one of those moments for sure where they're just down, they're losing because, you know, summertime loving in the summertime. How could you possibly beat that? Loving in the summertime, summertime loving. It's too strong! And that's when Benson shows up with the cart, rips off a little, like, cloth off it, reveals his drum set, and just starts going ham. It's so epic.
Whoa! It's gotta have a beat.
It's such an awesome moment. I just love these hints that Benson is actually a super cool person outside of work that they just start sprinkling in until you eventually figure out that Benson is actually fucking awesome. It's still just scratching the surface of the cool moments of Benson, that's why it's at the bottom of the list, but it's still a awesome moment nonetheless.
Yeah, you're raking like an old man that has a fatter old man holding his arms down.
I don't feel like raking now, okay?
And number 22 is going to be from the episode Benson Be Gone, and this episode is just littered with so much good Benson content. I mean, you have him getting demoted, he doesn't feel like raking now, okay?
Yeah, you're raking like an old man that has a fatter old man holding his arms down.
I don't feel like raking now, okay?
And he's just struggling. He learns to be a slacker, meeting Utopia. He's getting all infested in that, like, slacker lifestyle. He quits his job in front of Susan.
Go ahead and fire me.
Okay, Benson, you're fired!
And then eventually, you know, he doesn't really want to be a slacker anymore because he sees Utopia and what he's turned out to be. And so he goes to ask for his job back, and he sees that Susan is literally turning everybody into Susan. And, you know, instead of just conforming to this, he helps out all of them, turning themselves back into themselves in a ultimate slacking off experience.
Play harder! Come on, put your feet up! Eat this pizza while you play.
And this leads to the ultimate climactic battle against Susan, who is apparently a demonic demon from hell. Yeah, it's very weird, but either way, Benson literally uses Mr. Maylord's limo and is about to sacrifice himself to take out Susan, and luckily for all of us, Utopia shows up and he's all like, Utopia, hijacks the limo and takes out Susan by getting rid of the heels.
Actually, I changed my...
Time for me to blow this slacker wonderland! Utopia.
But hey, it's really respectable that Benson was willing to do whatever it took to save all his employees and murder that bitch Susan. You gotta respect it, so it definitely deserves to be on the list.
You! Quit spraying that cologne. It's not gonna get you any ladies. Idiots.
At number 21, it's going to be from the episode The Unicorns Have Got to Go, and in this episode, Benson suffers greatly, to be honest. Honestly, debatably more than anybody else, maybe not Mordecai, because I mean, Mordecai summons the unicorns and then the unicorns make him drink their, slop. Yeah, unicorn slump. Yeah, not very good. But either way, Benson eventually, he gets tied up by the unicorns, hung to a closet, and they eat his gumballs.
Check this out. What's the matter, Rigbone?
I don't know if his gumballs are sacred to him. I don't know if they matter. I don't know if he could feel it. If it's anything like the Meat Canyon video, then it might be a little bit bad. I mean, maybe he likes it. I don't know.
Go on and take it. You deserve it. Easy now. It's tender. God, you're good, baby.
But either way, he gets his gumballs eaten, and the part of the episode where I actually think it's one of his greatest moments is one he helps to kill the unicorns by blowing them up midair. That's always a good scene.
They ain't coming back.
And then just the end of the episode is really why I'm even talking about this, because it's just 2 minutes of Benson just roasting the shit out of Mordecai and Rigby for being so dumb and summoning these dumbass unicorns.
You two morons had better get this mess cleaned up, or you'll wish it was you driving that car!
The unicorn one?
And he's just roasting them so bad.
You! Quit spraying that cologne. It's not gonna get you any ladies. Idiots.
Like saying, and you, don't think that you could get the ladies with this cologne, you idiots. So dumb, and it's so funny. It's the only part that I like of this episode, because other than that, I think this episode is dog shit, but Benson really saves it at the end here, just roasting them. I think it's so funny. Definitely the best part of the episode, and one of Benson's funniest moments for sure.
You're all like, that'll never happen. And then we'll get all cool and you'll be all like, whoa. And then we'll be all like, in your face. And then I'll be all like...
At number 20, it's going to be from the episode Cool Bikes, and although it's not really my favorite episode in the series, it's just littered with a lot of good Benson stuff. I mean, you have the beginning where he takes the card away from them, and he's all like, you know, I will never admit that you're cool, and Rigby's gonna be like, dude, you're gonna admit that we're cool, and then you'll be like, whoa, and I'll be like, whoa, and Benson will be like, and then I'll be all like, get back to work.
You're all like, that'll never happen. And then we'll get all cool and you'll be all like, whoa. And then we'll be all like, in your face. And then I'll be all like...
And then in the better version, he pulls a gun on them, but either way, that's not the point. Benson eventually does admit that they're cool when they go to intergalactic court over being too cool.
Mordecai and Rigby are the coolest guys I know.
Oh no.
And then Benson helps them escape by literally attacking people and destroying the entire facility in a very epic moment.
Court is adjourned, losers.
So yeah, this of course is going to make it onto the list.
Ring, ring. Hello, what's that? Mordecai and Rigby are banned from using the house phone? Okay.
And number 19 is going to be from the episode Prank Callers, and I wasn't really going to include crash outs on this list, but I think some of them are so memorable that I really have to, just because of how honestly funny they are. And this is definitely one of them, because in this episode, Mordecai and Rigby start to prank Benson, and he gets a little bit heated from it.
Hey, Benson, you got any books by Joe Mama?
Who is this? Wherever this is coming from, I will track you down and I will find you.
Oh, dude, he's still on the phone. He's still on the phone. He's still on the phone.
And this eventually leads to him coming to the house, and Mordecai and Rigby are trying to prank call him, but he's just like, ring, ring, hello? Mordecai and Rigby are banned from using the house phone? And just rips the phone off the wall, and it's so funny.
Hang up that phone! You think your little pranks are funny, huh? You think they're funny? Well, what do you guys think of my prank? Ring, ring. Hello, what's that? Mordecai and Rigby are banned from using the house phone? Okay.
I don't know how this man, like, he was able to keep his composure long enough to keep the bit of ring, ring, but, you know, when he finally loses it and just starts destroying the phone, it's so funny. Definitely a great Benson moment here.
Mordecai, get over here this second or you're fired. What the heck, Rigby? What's the matter with you? Ah! Rigby!
And coming in at number 18 is going to be from the episode Jinx, and we have yet another crash out from Benson here because it's just too good not to include. And in this episode, Rigby is jinxed and Mordecai is just following him around, punching him everywhere, and he eventually finds Benson. And he's not allowed to talk, and Benson is just like, why haven't you done your work? And so Rigby, you know, doing the right thing, just starts hucking trash at him.
Mordecai, get over here this second or you're fired. What the heck, Rigby? What's the matter with you? Ah! Rigby!
And this eventually leads to Benson going, Rigby. And then Rigby throws a bunch of trash at him, he's Rigby. And then he just keeps on throwing it, and Benson just starts losing his shit, just screaming, pounding the ground, kicking a trash can. And it's honestly so hilarious. It never gets old. I just love it when Benson gets angry, even if that's bad for me to say, watching this poor man suffer. I'm not into torture episodes, but this isn't one of those moments. It's just him having a genuinely hilarious reaction to something so insignificant, but bro, I love it so much.
But not this year. Benson wins!
number 17 is going to be Benson winning the chili cook-off in the episode rightfully named Chili Cook-Off. And in this episode, Benson barely manages to squeeze his way into the finals.
If I had to choose a third option, I suppose I would begrudgingly select him.
Going up against Gene, and throughout the entire episode he's just trying to prove that Gene has been cheating because there's no way his chili can taste that good. He's been using phantom jade peppers. He even sneaks into Gene's house to try to figure it out, but it turns out Gene isn't even cheating at all because he's growing them, which means he's technically not spending over budget.
Benson, what are you doing in my office? I'm on to you, Gene. I know what you've been doing.
And this leads to Benson actually have to put in the work and create a amazing chili. In the final showdown between Gene and Benson is a lot of fun, with Benson just working against the clock to use chicken wings in his chili to create a brand new flavor to impress Ben Pimento, the chili master, and he barely manages to get it, doing a flying kick with the chicken wing into the bucket.
6, 5, 2, 1, 0! I suppose he technically plated it.
His little placement looks a little bit sloppy, but either way, Ben Pimento loves it.
This is incredible.
Bro even takes a bite and has a bone in it, and it still manages to beat Gene because it was just that good.
What is this?
It's always great to see Benson get a genuine win, and this is one of those episodes where Benson is just on top of the world, even for a short amount of time. It's always great, so yeah, this one definitely deserves to be on there.
But not this year. Benson wins!
Well, I think we both know what you're best at. Slack it off! Wait, what?
And as 16 from the episode Expert or Liar, it's gonna be when Benson helps Rigby find Burt Coleman. And Benson normally wouldn't, participate in things like this because he's got much better things to do, but when Rigby gets embarrassed on Expert or Liar, showing the entire nation that he's a liar, Rigby goes on a goose hunt looking for Burt Coleman everywhere, trying to find him no matter the cost.
Burt Coleman! Burt Coleman! Burt Coleman! Burt Coleman! Burt Coleman!
And when Rigby is beat up, sleeping on a bench, Benson takes him, brings him into his home, puts a blanket on him, helps him drink some soup, helps him recuperate, and is just trying to be a actual good friend.
Benson? Where am I?
A good boss, just being a good person to try and help Rigby find Burt Coleman and prove that he is not a failure like Benson was, because Benson also got embarrassed on national television.
Word! Banana!
Oh, I'm sorry, Benson. The word is bandana. Not quite sure how you missed that one. I mean, there it is. Bandana.
So it's just nice to see Benson go out of his way to help Rigby out here, just to help somebody not repeat his same mistake. And Benson goes out of his way to help Rigby find out what he is good at. And I really like this initial reaction here where they're like, what are you good at, Rigby? And Rigby is about to say sandwiches and Benson says slacking off, and they say it at the same time and they're like, wait, what?
Well, I think we both know what you're best at. Slack it off! Wait, what?
It's so funny. It's so good. I just enjoy Benson just going out of his way to help his friend here. It's just kind of out of character for him, especially at this point in the series. I like it a lot. I enjoy it. Benson, you're a good guy, and Rigby ends up beating Burt Coleman, so it was all worth it too.
It was broken by Mordecai and me! And I did it because I'm an expert!
Well, I hope you've learned something from all this.
What?
Maybe if you'd been working like you were supposed to, none of this would have happened.
And number 15 is from the episode Excellent, and I won't lie to you, at the beginning of this episode, Benson was an absolute dick. When Rigby goes out of his way to eat some eggs, and he is allergic to eggs, he goes into a coma, and the first thing that Benson could talk about is, well, if you were doing your job, then this wouldn't have happened. So Mordecai just punches him in the face because that's not what this is about.
Well, I hope you've learned something from all this.
What?
Maybe if you'd been working like you were supposed to, none of this would have happened.
His friend literally just went into a coma. Why would you say that right now? That's the stupidest thing you could ever say. And Benson, instead of just being a dick for the rest of the episode, he learns from his mistake, owns up to it, and helps Mordecai train so that he could beat the Excellent challenge.
Huh? Oh, what are you doing here?
Look, I'm sorry for what I said earlier. It was a stupid thing to say, and I didn't mean it.
And we get an awesome montage out of it. I enjoy it so much with Benson coaching him to beat the excellent challenge. And then even when Mordecai is attempting it, Benson won't let the kitchen staff through to stop Mordecai from beating the challenge, and he fights all of them. And if you consider the actual time in the episode, because it's supposed to take an hour to beat the challenge, they were all just fighting all of the kitchen staff for an hour straight, keeping Mordecai and just on track to beat that challenge.
Sorry, sir. Time is up.
I enjoy it so much. It's Benson owning up to his mistakes and helping his friend out to help another person out. You gotta enjoy it. Definitely one of Benson's best moments.
Don't think I didn't see you do the whole thing. Guess what? What? You're cleaning it too. Don't worry. You make me so angry. Is that what you want?
And at 14 from the episode Paint Job, maybe not the best episode in the entire series, but the beginning of it is genuinely so hilarious because Mordecai and Rigby are shooting pizza pouches onto the house, and Benson runs over, and his reaction is just honestly priceless.
Oh, hey, Benson.
Did you put pizza all over this house? Don't deny it. I saw you. I saw you put pizza all over this house. And you're just as guilty.
I know you put pizza pouches on this house. Don't think I didn't see you because I saw you. Did you put pizza pouches on this house? And you think you're out of it? It's just so good. It's so funny.
Don't think I didn't see you do the whole thing. Guess what? What? You're cleaning it too. Don't worry. You make me so angry. Is that what you want?
This is a pressure washer. Do you know how to use it? You better. You make me so angry. It's just so good.
This is a pressure washer. You know how to use it? You better. Otherwise, I'm gonna fire you. You're cleaning every last inch of this house or you're fired. Do I make myself clear?
I love it so much. It's genuinely the funniest part of that episode, and it's one of Benson's funniest reactions to anything going on, especially just his little walk over there. Just everything about this short scene is just so perfect. Just Benson's reactions are some of the best in regular show for sure, and this is definitely one of those.
What are you guys doing? Soda? You can't use soda!
Yeah, but the hose.
Oh, what? It's too hard to get the hose?
And at number 13 from the episode Think Positive, yes, we just have more Benson reactions here, and this episode is just littered with amazing Benson reactions to everything stupid that Mordecai and Rigby are doing. I mean, you have the beginning where it's just Pops going around and getting angry because Benson is yelling so much. It's just like, why didn't you use the hose? You can't find the hose? Is it too hard to get the hose? That's a classic meme right there.
What are you guys doing? Soda? You can't use soda!
Yeah, but the hose.
Oh, what? It's too hard to get the hose?
And then you just have Benson trying to hold in his anger because Pops is gonna fire him if he doesn't manage to, not yell at Mordecai and Rigby.
Mind, I think I know where they are.
And you just get so many good moments of him just literally breaking all of his furniture. Of him trying to count to 100, and Mordecai and Rigby are just egging him on.
94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 90.
They are literally the most fireable people here imaginable. Yeah, it's really funny. And then you have the ultimate climax at the end when Benson is holding in his anger so much that he literally just starts floating, becoming a literal sun.
Whoa, Benson, are you
with his gumballs inside of him spinning, and he's just floating there, tearing apart the entire park because he's just that angry, and unleashing his ultimate yell on Mordecai and Rigby when he's finally allowed to let it out, and just tearing into them.
You lazy, no-good slackers drive me nuts! Can't you just listen to me once in your worthless life?
And he's just trying to help them out. That's why he's always yelling at them. It's not like he's just doing it to degrade them, and that makes it all the better. And it's definitely Benson's craziest crash out in the entire show, and also one of his best moments.
I just want some fries! I'm trying to get to a roof!
birthday!
And then number 12 on this list is going to be from the episode Fries Night, and Benson, being freshly broken up with, is just crying on the floor. He's so sad because Pam dumped him pretty reasonably because she has no idea when they're ever going to come back from space. So being together is kind of a little bit harsh right now, especially for a new relationship.
Pam, why?
But either way, Benson is really sad, so Mordecai and Rigby suggest that he go and get fries from Roxy's fry truck. And going out there, he immediately gets hit by a truck.
Crinkle cut, wedge cut, crisp cut, crinkle cut, shoestrings. I think I'm starting to feel better already.
So off to a rocky start, literally, because he's about to meet Roxy, the literal floating rock. And they have to go planet to planet to planet, and everything Benson does here is honestly just pretty cool. I mean, he saves Roxy from a bunch of, like, bug potatoes that are trying to kill them.
I just want some fries! I'm trying to get through a rough day!
He goes to a bunch of different planets, and he's doing a bunch of muscular acts that's making Roxy find him so desirable and attractive. And so Roxy falls in love with him, and then Roxy tries to kiss Benson, and Benson's just like, and then gets bonked in the head.
Age then?
Sure.
And Benson has to go out and try and save Roxy because Roxy leaves in a crying fit, and he gets hit again. And Roxy comes, and they have a heart-to-heart about how Benson just got out of a relationship. It may not be like one of the coolest moments out of all of these on the list, but hey, it's a very good Benson episode, and he has a lot of good moments littered throughout, so I feel like I had to at least mention this entire episode on this list because it's just a lot of good Benson development moments.
I just wanted the carpets vacuumed. Pack it up, guys. You failed.
And number 11 is from the episode Operation Hear No Evil, and there are definitely better episodes on this list, but it doesn't take away from everything Benson is doing in this episode being absolutely hilarious. I mean, first of all, you have Benson being mad at Mordecai and Rigby because they didn't vacuum the floors because Mordecai and Rigby are trying to watch a finale of Laser Hunters, and so this leads to them activating Operation Hear No Evil so they could get no spoilers, and Benson finding this out, he is going to spoil that movie for them, and this leads to a wild goose chase with Benson chasing them around, climbing into vents, trying to spoil it for them at all costs.
Spectacular! Really? Fine. I'm glad we're in the air ducts. The acoustics in here are perfect for spoilers.
And just the one thing that makes me want to rank this one so high, the cherry on top of it all, is when Mordecai and Rigby get back to their dorm, they're safe, they're excited to watch it, the door's locked. Benson somehow magically transported there and he was just lying in wait, camouflaged as a mattress? Yeah, how did he even do that?
I just wanted the carpets vacuumed. Pack it up, guys. You failed.
I don't even remotely understand it, but it doesn't take away from how absolutely hilarious it is, because he's just like, better luck next time, fellas, and he just emerges as a mattress, rips it all off. How did he even get there so fast? I don't understand. But either way, it's hilarious.
Now I'm the boss here, so I'm gonna make a decision.
Benson, we're your friends! If you push that button, Mailer's gonna... What?
And at number 10, it's going to be from the episode The Button, and I'm mainly looking at the end of the episode here, where it's Benson having like a hallucinatory nightmare, where the only thing in his mind is, should he press the button, or should he not press the button?
Gonna press the button.
Don't push this button.
On second thought, maybe...
Push it! Push the button!
As you know, that's part of the test.
I played you for fools, and won.
He's hallucinating all of his friends, imagining that they're imposters from the dome experiment. He's struggling so much.
Now I'm the boss here, so I'm gonna make a decision.
Benson, we're your friends! If you push that button, Mailer's gonna... What?
Visually, it's pretty crazy. He's just struggling. He's seeing like foreshadowing of them going to space. He's seeing all this stuff, and it's just a awesome sequence here where Benson inevitably chooses the trust of his friends to not push that button. He gets barely taken away from it.
They're trying to trick you.
I need a minute to think.
Before he pushes it, and I always wonder, what if he pushed it right then and there and we didn't get like any of season 7 because he pushed that button and they went into space anyway, just right there, because I'm assuming the button probably would have done the same thing, you would think, unless like they didn't have it set up yet because they still had a lot to work to do for the dome. But what do I know? Either way, it's a great moment for Benson and his friends. I enjoyed it a lot. Definitely deserves to be up here.
Stay dead!
Tanks, but
Wait!
no tanks!
And at number 9 from the episode, Benson's suit, it's going to be, well, I was a little hesitant to even put this on the list because is it really Benson's greatest moments or is it Benson's suit's greatest moments? Because, I mean, the suit is taking over Benson here so that he's able to fight an army of tanks, helicopters, and a mad rich man. But either way, I'm going to count it and I'm going to say it's one of Benson's most epic moments where he's just fighting. He's literally destroying just armies of men.
Just trust me.
I'm gonna die!
He's throwing a tank with a rich guy in it and killing him.
Eat that! What the? No! Stay dead!
Tanks, but
Wait!
no tanks!
He's jumping up and destroying a helicopter mid-air. It's also awesome. It's also epic. It's one of the best fight scenes in all of regular show. It's just so cool. So yeah, I feel like I gotta rank it on here.
What kind of a boss are you?
The world's best boss.
And at number 8, it's going to be from the episode World's Best Boss, when the world's best boss shows up, punches Pops in the face.
Benson will be so delighted when...
Boss!
And unleashes his army of minions, his employees, to just attack our park members for daring to say that Benson is the world's best boss.
And you stay later than anyone else.
And when the episode gets really good is when Benson shows up to help them all fight because they're all getting their ass kicked, but with Benson's leadership, his guidance, they're able to destroy them in such funny ways, especially, I don't know if it was Benson's will at this point, but just watching Muscle Man just fly, not even like lowering to gravity, just straight on fly at a guy and just impale him into a wall. It's just great, and they're able to defeat all of them, and that's when Benson punches the world's best boss in the face and murders him right there, proving that he alone is the world's best boss. A really good fight scene, just also with all that Benson appreciation for just, you know, to get him a mug that says that he is the best boss. You gotta love it, and you gotta appreciate Benson for just giving them all the guidance they need to kick some ass.
This is really the best award I could win. I'd like to thank all of you guys.
And at number 7, it's going to be from the episode The Parky Awards, and this is another great Benson appreciation episode. I just love it so much. I mean, you have Benson not winning Park Manager of the Year, losing to Gene, so everybody just takes him out, stealing Gene's award for the night of his life, taking him to do all of these different fun things and show him that he truly is a great boss. And they eventually go back to the award show area to make it so Benson can give his speech to all of them and pretend like he truly won. It's just a wholesome moment. And then we deal with all these shenanigans with a bunch of ghosts and whatnot. That was kind of whatever. But then eventually Gene shows up, takes his award back, and Benson is just sad, but it turns out everybody made him a paper mache award, and Benson gets to give his speech anyway.
This is really the best award I could win. I'd like to thank all of you guys, not just for being the best staff I've worked with, but also being the best friends I could ask for. Because of you, every day I come into work, I feel like a true winner.
It's a wholesome moment between him, all of his subordinates, all of his friends. It's just a great wholesome moment for Benson, and that's why I love it so much, and I'm ranking it up this high. I truly just like when everybody in the park appreciates Benson for being such a great boss.
Got the date wrong? But I'm me. Benson.
And at number 7 is going to be Benson throughout the entirety of the episode, the Dome Experiment, the special that is basically all about Benson. And if you wanted, this could be all the way at the number 1 spot, because you could definitely say that this has some of Benson's most epic moments in the entire show. I mean, you have Benson, first off, going absolutely crazy because he thinks that they switched his P-mail, because there's no way he could have possibly gotten the date wrong.
Got the date wrong? But I'm me, Benson.
And this leads to Benson just going on a wild goose hunt to figure out how he could have possibly failed. He goes out into the wilderness, he learns about the Dome people, he befriends a bird, he gets kidnapped by the Dome people, and just like they try to make him think that he's with all of his friends, making him hallucinate all of his friends.
Yeah, tell us more, sir. Sir? What did you call me?
Hey, Benson, is there something wrong?
And this leads to him escaping from the Dome people, getting back together with all of his friends, and escaping the Dome in just such a epic scene.
Benson?
Didn't that hurt your knees?
With him shooting a bunch of flaming arrows, exploding arrows, arrows at everything. Killing all of the Dome people pretty much and destroying the Dome in the end. It's so epic.
Don't you see? This is bigger than you! This is bigger than all of us!
It's so cool. It's one of Benson's greatest moments in the entire series. I don't know how this just, everyday park manager can turn into such a beast when that time arrives, but he truly does.
Dome it all to hole.
And I mean, he sets out to do everything he accomplished in that Dome. He proves to himself that he did not get the date wrong. He helps all of his friends escape. And just to top it all off at the end of the episode, bro is just, so hyped up that he's willing to kill Mr. Maylard.
You tell us what this was all for. You tell us right now. Tell us! All right!
But Mr. Maylard explains what's actually going on, so he doesn't. But either way, Benson is just a badass throughout this entire episode. That's why it's ranking all the way up.
I'm gonna drink this. And so are my two buddies, Mordecai and Rigby.
At number 5 is going to be Benson in the episode Weekend at Benson's, and Mordecai and Rigby have to put Benson through a weekend at Bernie's after they literally knock him off of a ladder, knocking him unconscious. And this eventually leads to Mordecai and Rigby taking him to this party because it's with a girl that he likes, and they just start force feeding him a bunch of chili peppers because they get in an argument with the FE, the iron. And they're just downing chili peppers down his gullet, and they eventually go to the bathroom when Benson starts to wake up, and Benson, instead of, freaking out about all this, sending them home, sending everybody, just leaving the party, he decides to take it like a champ, get Mordecai and Rigby to do it with him, and drink that Mississippi Queen, which sends them on a whole acid trip. Yeah, it's really crazy, it's really awesome, but it just leads to one of the best scenes in all regular show, and it's all because Benson manned the fuck up and drank the Mississippi Queen. You gotta respect it, and just to top it all off, he gets Audrey's number in the end, so it's an absolute win for Benson.
What?
What does it say?
Yeah, man, what does it say?
And just one of the best sequences in the entire show.
Microwave wings, microwave wings. Where did everybody go after the show?
And at number 4, it's going to be from the episode The Lunch Club, and in this episode we get to explore Benson in a much more meaningful way, which I could really appreciate. I mean, you have Rigby and Benson being locked in a room together because Rigby is such a fuck up that they have to come together and figure out who is going to be fired at the end of the day, and one of them has to write a letter of resignation. And instead of doing that, Rigby refuses, Benson refuses, and this leads to so many great scenes. I mean, we get microwave wings, microwave wings.
Benson eats alone. Benson eats alone. Man, good tune. Weird bridge, though.
When Benson has to go and make the microwave wings because he just can't stand the fact that Rigby would dare to eat cold chicken wings. And that's a really good scene. And then you just have Rigby and Benson partying in the room, becoming friends. And then eventually what I'm really ranking here is just this one talk that they have at the end where they're just, you know, being bros, talking about their anxieties, their fears, everything that went wrong in their life.
What are you anxious about? Oh, awkward silences, airplane toilets, silverfish. Do I have any library books out? What if they stop making that gum I like? This recurring nightmare where I'm flailing in a futureless void. My father's there. He's laughing at me.
The issues with their parents. It's just a really wholesome moment between Benson and Rigby. I just enjoy it so much. It's one of their best moments with each other, and it's one of Benson's best moments for sure, because you don't usually get to see the guy open up like that, and I just really enjoy it. And then just the entire sequence of them writing the letter together to just say that, you know, screw you, Mr. Maylard, we're not working for you anymore, and Pops luckily saves their jobs for them. But either way, I enjoy it a lot. I think it's definitely one of Benson's greatest moments, just coupled with one of Rigby's greatest moments. I enjoy it a lot.
Well, looks like we're up. Just remember what I taught you.
Thank you, Master.
I'll see you in the finals.
And coming in at number 3 is going to be from the episode Stick Hockey, and this was another one of those episodes where it wasn't really hinting at the fact that Benson is awesome, it was showing you that Benson is awesome. Mordecai and Rigby find a stick hockey table, they love it, but Benson doesn't want them to waste their lives just twiddling with sticks, so he gets rid of the table, and that leads to them going all over town trying to find it. Mordecai and Rigby eventually find it at this fucking stick hockey death club. Yeah, it's really wild, but either way, Benson eventually goes there, and it's revealed that Benson used to be Death Dragon, one of the greatest stick hockey players of all time, and he stepped out of the game because his apprentice literally gets murdered in a stick hockey match.
Oh, my neck! Oh,
Dave!
Master, I thought you said this was gonna be so much fun! Ugh.
Yeah, it's pretty dang crazy, and Benson eventually has to come back to save Mordecai and Rigby and go up against this, like, crazy stick hockey player, and I didn't know they could make stick hockey look so unbelievably awesome.
I see you've retained some of your skills.
But they do. They raise the platform up. They're fighting in this ultimate stick hockey battle with fire around them, and Benson is just going off. I don't even know how he could move those hands that fast. Audrey must be a very lucky woman. Either way, it's just so epic. They make stick hockey so cool, and he's able to win the match and save Mordecai and Rigby. And one of Benson's most epic scenes in the entire show, definitely deserves the number 3 spot.
My name is Benson! And I can play this solo! What the?
And coming in at number 2 from the episode 150-piece kit, let's just keep that ball rolling with just proving that Benson is one of the coolest characters in the entire show, with Benson doing the 150-piece drum solo all by himself. The episode opens with Heir to the Throne showing up to the park, and Benson is claiming that he was the one who was able to do that drum solo. It was never a little stupid-ass robot. It was always Benson. Nobody believes him.
Well, I'm gonna play it before the concert. I'm gonna show the world the truth.
Ooh. Oi, what happened to your hair, Benson?
It's hereditary!
Not even his closest friends, nobody is willing to help Benson, so he goes out, eventually getting the help with Mordecai and Rigby after they realize that, you know, maybe they should help him when the Heir to the Throne is literally destroying all of Benson's drum kit. So they help him, get Benson showed up, and then we just get this literal, like, 3 to 4 minute sequence of Benson doing the drum solo for real, just literally playing every single kind of drum you could ever imagine.
My name is Benson! And I can play this solo! What the?
It's epic, it's awesome, Benson is an absolute badass. So much so that he literally goes up in a rolling cage and is playing the drums so fast that his entire skeleton catches on fire. what is cooler than that? And he's able to beat the drum solo and prove to everyone that he is that guy, he is that man that was able to do a 150-piece drum solo. It's so cool. Definitely one of Benson's best moments in the entire show.
You may not care about keeping your jobs, but I care about keeping mine. Because if I lose my job, I have nothing. Do you hear me? I have nothing.
And coming in at number 1, I don't know how many times I've had to rank this at the number 1 spot when I'm talking about Benson, but how could it be anything else but from the episode Busted Cart, with Benson's most meaningful crash out, his most meaningful breakdown in the entire show. In this episode, Mordecai and Rigby managed to destroy the cart beyond repair, and so they have to go to the cart warranty dealership to get a new one. The only thing is that it's going to expire in like a day or two, so Benson has to drive there right away. Mordecai and Rigby tag along when they're not supposed to, and this leads to Benson getting very angry.
Back to the park, you can fire Mordecai and Rigby? I can't believe this!
But instead of leaving them on the side of the road like he probably should have, he lets them tag along. They start bonding, having trust, dancing together, having a good time. And when Benson decides to put a little bit of trust into them, they just take it away, just smash it to pieces, and go to an arcade, and they just play all night long. No sense of time, no sense of anything. And this leads to Benson's ultimate crash out, his ultimate saddest moment in the entire series.
Excuses! Excuses! How am I supposed to trust you when all you give me are excuses? When are you two gonna learn that your actions have consequences? Consequences that affect other people, like me. Don't you two understand? I'm about to lose my job!
But just an awakening for his character, where you just see him just break down, saying that if he doesn't have this job, he doesn't have anything, and that Mordecai and Rigby need to learn that their actions have consequences. It's just one of the realest moments in the entire series, and it's a moment that made most kids, me especially, just view Benson in an entirely different way.
You may not care about keeping your jobs, but I care about keeping mine. Because if I lose my job, I have nothing. Do you hear me? I have nothing!
He wasn't just this asshole anymore. He was a character that had feelings. He was a real person, and it was definitely the turning point in his character to just, everyone acknowledging Benson for the good guy that he is. And thanks to Mordecai and Rigby, they do manage to get there just in time, saving Benson's job. But just this one little scene was just an awakening for Benson's character, and is the most important moment in Benson's entire history in the show, and that is why it is his greatest moment in the entire show. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content just like this about Regular Show, Adventure Time, Gumball, and many other different shows. I have a lot of good stuff on the way that you do not want to miss. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.